Hello, all guys, gals, and non binary pals. Welcome to the newest episode of the Noobs and Knockouts Podcast, brought to you on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts. I'm Austin. I'm a knockout. Watched a lot of wrestling.
I'm David. I'm a noob. Haven't watched nearly as much wrestling, although I have now watched enough wrestling to know that I, in fact, do not need to be proficient in combat sports to obtain such honors as, say, ancient Aztec medallions. All I need to do is wait for some dumbass to turn his back, and then I can just snatch it from him while Looney Tunes music plays, and it's apparently just as legitimate a claim to that hard-fought honor. So that's my plan. I'm actually planning a trip right now to go do just that. Thank you.
Arn Anderson would be a big fan of how the
Oh,
thief stealing.
oh shit! Fuck. That's a connection. That's yeah. Arn Anderson and Chavo Guerrero would make tremendous bedfellows. In fact, fuck. You're right. I've been seeing this across the board recently. Wrestling's teaching me a lot. Mostly that possession really is 9/10 of the law. Stealing shit is cool, kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we are back in Lucha Underground Season 2 yet again.
Ooh.
Last time we watched Season 2, Episode 15, No Mas.
No mas. Except I did in fact want Moss, but the episode said no. It was very rude, actually.
Said no, it's over. It's over. You get no Mas.
No. Lame.
Yeah, so Season 2, Episode 15, going over what happened then previously on. Katrina waltzed into Dario Cueto's office to demand another match for Mil Muertes against Matanza. And Dario said, sure, but what if we did it in a coffin? Grave consequences style. But then Dario one-upped himself and said, what if instead there were 4 coffins and we called it graver consequences?
Four grave, 5 consequences.
Yeah, so if you can believe it, this episode is called Graver, that we're going to watch today, is called Graver Consequences, and that's that's the main event.
That I was really wondering. I thought it might be a stretch, but I'm very glad you explained it. It all fell together now. Thank you.
Then we had our first Aztec Medallion match of the evening as the Mac defeated Marty the Moth Martinez. This was a big get comeuppance on the Moth's episode.
Oh, 100%.
The Mac got the dub, and he will get a shot at the Gift of the Gods championship.
Although, to be fair, isn't Marty just always being comeuppance upon, like, all the time? I don't think I've ever actually seen him, like, win, except maybe a couple, like, I don't know, random jobber squashes, ?
I guess. It's easy to sell that you're a creepy weirdo when you kidnap people. Then
that's true.
You still feel like a threat, even if you're not winning matches.
Who needs winning when you can just do Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah. Let's see here. Dario cuts a really good he brings Sexy Star into his office, and Dario cuts a very awesome promo.
Even though it makes no fucking sense. Or it's very bad advice, but it is an awesome promo.
It makes sense that Dario would believe this. I'll put it like that.
Yes.
But Dario basically relates his experiences with his abusive mother to Sexy Star's kidnapping and abuse at the hands of Mariposa. And he gives Sexy Star a match with Mariposa tonight in a no Mas match, aka an I Quit match. And basically tells her that if she wants to ever get over her trauma, she needs to beat that look of fear into Mariposa's face. Even after she says no Mas, you don't stop.
Yeah, what cracks me up is that, like, no Mas is kind of the ultimate closure. Like, an I Quit match is, like, the ultimate way to cap off this fucking shit. And then Dario Cueto's like, healthy relationship with closure? What's that? Just keep murdering her.
No, keep beating her until she is traumatized by you. That's how you overcome trauma.
Hate fosters hate? Nah, you'll be fine on a psychological level. Just like me.
Dario Cueto hears the
Said the
phrase.
man with a fucking eldritch monster in his basement.
Dario Cueto heard the phrase hurt people, and said, yes, awesome.
Said, yeah, that's the point.
That's how that works. That's good.
That's just true.
Yeah.
So, thank you. Somebody finally speaking English, or I guess Spanish. Either way.
Yeah. Then we get Sinestro de la Muerte versus King Cuerno for the Aztec Medallion. This, again, I want to reiterate this. This is like Sinestro de la Muerte's first big match. I think he had a jobber squash or something before, but this is his first like real match since he killed his fellow brethren and absorbed their powers. Which is why, of course, in this match, King Cuerno beats the dog shit out of Sinestro de la Muerte until Katrina interferes. Sinestro hits one move and wins.
Oh my god. I know. Yeah, he technically gets the dub, but oh my god, what the fuck is this booking? So I'm excited to see how else this supposedly powered up putty is made to look like a fucking chump this episode.
But whatever. Sinestro de la Muerte will get a Gift of the Gods title match shot, I guess.
Fuck off.
Then we get Famous B is in the gym. He's hyping up Masquerita Sagrada that he got him a match tonight. He's got to stop stalling and start balling. It's time to go. And so, also after that, Chavo Guerrero storms into Dario's office and demands a shot at a medallion. And Dario said, every time I give you an opportunity, you lose. Why would I keep doing that?
Yeah.
And Chavo's like, fine, if you won't give me an opportunity, I'll make one myself. And Dario's like, yeah, okay, bud, I'm sure you will.
Dario, the once again very sane man, is like, do you know the definition of insanity? Well, I'm not insane, obviously. Totally. Yeah. And so, no.
So then, we get the Masquerita Sagrada match, and Famous B got him a match with Cage.
Of course, because the only punchline to this is the smallest boy fighting the biggest boy, and man, as fucking trite as it is to play this match the way they did, holy Jesus, was it funny.
It was very funny.
Like, man, I was so down. When we went to GCW, I was so down for watching Microman absolutely destroy Dan the Dad and, like, the whole crowd just buying the fuck into it. But, oh my god.
There was something very funny about the whole build-up, and then Cage's music hits, and then Masquerita Sagrada gets down on his knees and starts praying.
And Cage is just like, I'm sorry, buddy. I gotta kill you.
It's a living. It's a living, Ned. We get please don't kill him chants from the crowd.
Yeah. Oh, what we're trying to impart here is No Mas was a very fun episode, and you should go and listen to the full episode of it if you haven't already, because it was a ton of. It was sincerely very great.
In the recap of the recap part of the last episode, I suggested that the culling of dragons in the Lucha Underground universe was connected to Iran-Contra. So
yeah. Oh, the dragon lore. Please, God. Yeah, you know, Austin, you know how we've been doing, we're working on those, like, super cuts of the arcs. We should do a super cut of the dragon lore. Yeah, absolutely. Everything we have learned about dragons from Lucha Underground.
I wish we had enough fans to be like Deadlock, where they have fans just do the highlight clips for them.
Bro, I know. Can you imagine the lap of luxury we would be living in if we just had a fan base that just did this shit for us? Like we didn't even need to speak it into existence. Somebody already made it like a year ago.
Yeah. Anyway, Cage wins, but he doesn't get the medallion that was on the line here, because Chavo Guerrero just sneaks into the ring and steals it.
Yeah, again, it's that simple.
So I guess he's in the match now. Dario will accept that as legal tender. And they will accept that as legal entry into the match.
That's so insane to me.
And then we get the No Mas match that is also for a medallion. I forgot that all the matches on this show were for.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting that.
And there's still one more to give out until we get the match. So, then, but it's Sexy Star versus Mariposa, an incredible match. A few times last week we alluded to it being a very Hogan Warrior kind of a match where neither of these women are the best workers, but together they managed to like rise above their normal limitations and have a really, really good match.
Yeah, there's something about the build up and the in-ring chemistry and the brutality they were allowed. Like everything just kind of clicked.
Yes. It was fantastic. It was incredible.
Really good match.
We get the famous "fuck you, Mariposa" uncensored.
Yeah, that was so insane. Fuck you! Like I cannot stress how iconic that was. Just hear her scream that shit.
Yeah, but then in the end, there's Mac and shenanigans and
Mac and Marty are Martying it up
for sure. Yeah, but bam! In the end, Sexy Star makes Mariposa say no mas, and after the match, she does in fact lock in the arm breaker again, which will not be the last time that Sexy Star puts in an arm breaker after a match is over.
She took that advice from Dario Cueto a little too shooty. Yeesh.
Yeah, I will keep track of the dates on that so we can once again reiterate everything, but that also happened late season 3.
Oh, hey. By the way, I was you'll get a kick out of this. I was talking to Cam about our like just full watch through of Lucha Underground, and dude was talking about like, oh, I don't think you're gonna like season 3. I said, oh no, from what I hear, it starts to get a little clunky, and then season 4 I hear just whoo baby, and he goes, wait, there's a season 4, which I think tells you a lot about the trajectory because this man is like even more of a diehard for Lucha Underground than you. Like this man like does not follow any of the big 3 in America. This man is like Lucha Underground or bust. The fact that he doesn't know that season 4 exists is a whole.
As we'll eventually see, I don't blame him, and it really stops feeling like Lucha Underground at some point.
Yeah,
like the magic was gone during season 4. As someone who watched it when it aired.
Yikes.
Especially because that was when I was taking a year off from college. And so I had access to cable. So I watched it on the El Rey network every week.
Bruh, and you went, what the fuck?
What the hell? What happened to the game that I love? Is the show that happened in season 4. But we will get there one day.
Oh my
god. Anyway, but at the end, Mac and Sexy Star celebrate having conquered the Moths, and Sexy Star also gets the 6th Aztec Medallion.
Yes, she is victorious and also maybe a little insane now.
Yeah, so
one more medallion to give out. Who could it be?
So they didn't really mention that the only match they hyped before this was Graver Consequences, but as our standard here, we use the Wikipedia episode description to preview what's going to happen.
Yes.
And the episode descriptor just has all the matches in it. So all right.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Let's just cover it then. Mil Muertes battles the monster Matanza Cueto in a casket match for the Lucha Underground Championship. We already know this. Sense, yes. Graver Consequences. A triple threat match between Joey Ryan, Cortez Castro, and Mr. Cisco.
I wish every Joey Ryan a please die.
But we are getting a bit of a blow up on the rarely followed up upon police storyline.
Oh my god, yeah, kind of.
Kind of. And then Rey Mysterio Jr., Dragon Azteca Jr., and Prince Puma defend their titles.
Oh yeah, I forgot they're the trios champ.
They are the trios champs.
Yeah, that's cool as shit.
They they won a 4-way match for the belts.
Yes. And, based.
Yeah,
Fucking
so
fucking
that
strapping Ray up as soon as he shows up is about the right call.
mhm. So tonight we are going to watch season 2, episode 16, Graver Consequences. If you'd like to watch along with us, there are various legal and illegal means of finding all of Lucha Underground. The legal ones, I'll just go ahead and shout out. You can buy the season, every episode and every season on the likes of Amazon Prime Video and Apple iTunes.
Very convenient.
Or there, if you know where to look in the archives of the internet, you can find pirated versions of the entire show.
How very cryptic.
Yeah, the thing, El Rey Network is dead now, and in terms of home media releases, well, they released the first season on DVD. Maybe, I think.
Yes,
I don't remember, actually. I know that the first 2 seasons were on Netflix at some point, but that lapsed.
It's fucking crazy. Netflix picks up the weirdest shit sometimes, man.
Hey man, you gotta always be adding new content. So
That's true.
When did the
ABC always be contenting?
Yeah, it was made available on Netflix right before the season 4 premiere. So there was almost a good idea there.
Damn.
But then it got canceled and it lapsed off of Netflix.
Yikes. Imagine if they kept that up.
Imagine if it would be so easy to watch wrestling on Netflix. Specifically good wrestling.
Well, fuck. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank here. Wait. No, got nothing.
Anyway, yes, so we'll be back in the back half to discuss graver consequences.
As it should be.
And we are back. We have finished Lucha Underground Season 2, Episode 16, Graver Consequences.
It's a good thing they named it after this match. If they had named the episode Triple Threat for the Gift of the Gods medallion, I would have been a little bit disappointed. I won't lie.
Yeah, the first 2 of the 3 matches on this show were so short and so nothing. I'm gonna be honest.
I know. The second one has a little bit more going for it, but like we're here to watch the Monster Men fight.
Yes.
And oh boy, did they! But not before some bullshit.
A lot of bullshit happens. We open the episode with Dario Cueto walking into a bar that I'm pretty sure had a neon sign that said, "What doesn't kill you makes you family."
Did it have a sign that says is that Fast and Furious? That sounds like a Fast and Furious line.
It feels like something that would be said in Fast and Furious.
It sounds like something Vin Diesel or Michelle Rodriguez would say.
Hey,
like,
what doesn't kill you makes you family.
What doesn't kill you makes you family. Like I could see either of them spouting out that line in Fast and Furious easy. Also, the one that I noticed was when he first walked in, there was a neon sign as he was walking down these stairs into the bar that said, "Whiskey makes you frisky." And I thought at first we were in the temple and that this was like the staircase to Matanza's basement. And I went, what? I went, what?
That would be so funny if it was.
All I'm saying is I think Matanza's basement needs a little touching up from the Queer Eye crew. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair.
Queer
But now
eye for the monster guy.
Dario is walking to the bar, and he is there to meet Councilman Delgado.
Okay, he does
You
have a
may
name. I
remember,
forgot his name.
yeah, you might remember the councilman as being the one that tried to shut down the police investigation into the temple. And now I think in this episode they tried to establish a lot more about why that is.
Yes, although a lot more in quotations because they're all still very, oh, it's secretive, oh,
I know the
mystery.
payoff to this fucking employer, and it's like so silly compared to how they're building him up.
And we're not gonna get it until the very like end of the show.
It is literally like the last scene of the last season that they reveal the
Why?
employer. They really thought they were getting a season 5
But why did they hold it for 2 fucking seasons?
because they didn't have. I don't think they had who they wanted for that role. It was a mystery box they didn't have an answer to yet. They
But the way
JJ
they set this
Abrams
up,
this.
this feels like an end of the season reveal. Like not waiting till like 2.5 more fucking seasons.
I mean, maybe I'm misremembering some things or something, but I'm pretty sure this is not something we have an answer to for like the end of season 4 of like who
My
he's talking
God.
about.
I can't even imagine who it could ever possibly be, and you saying that it's silly just gives me no hope that this is
I
something that
mean,
I like need to pay
it's a
attention to.
wrestler that I like and would have enjoyed seeing in the temple. I'm just saying, remember how they built him up as more powerful than Matanza and my lord. And like remember that with who that ends up being.
I'll try to
Hilarious.
remember in like what 5 years at this point.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Okay. So yeah, and so I guess Councilman Delgado runs a bar because he sure seems to be bartending for Dario here.
He just knows the bartender, you know.
Oh, okay. Maybe I missed. Oh, but he does order a whiskey for Dario. Uh-huh. Some say it makes you frisky.
Nah, it's a cute little power play because Dario tries to order a cerveza and he's like, no, he'll have a whiskey.
Oh my god.
This whole
Yeah,
scene
it's
is
cute.
this whole scene is trying to establish like there are powers more powerful than Dario in a way that this show has not really tried to do before.
Yeah.
But he comes in, he pays off Delgado $50,000, um, which presumably that's to pay off, keep the feds on the hush hush about my temple.
Yeah, except he doesn't know about the police investigation on him somehow. How does he not know that?
I mean, I guess how would he?
I
I
just
can't think of
assumed
how.
like he would know, right? Like I would assume that he would at the very least I would assume that he would assume that oh yeah, I am a somewhat like well-known gangster kind of and I run an illegal fight club.
I guess the idea is that maybe he's paying off Delgado so he doesn't think that stuff is going to come up because
Oh,
that's the point
sure.
of paying him off.
Sure, fine, I guess. But and
But
then Delgado's like, maybe there are some people on the inside already. And Dario's like, no, no, impossible. Which imagine my shock after seeing the great levels of security that Black Lotus provides outside of his office. Imagine my
Black
shock that
Lotus would
Dario,
stop him.
yeah,
She would stop any of the cops from getting in.
imagine my shock that Dario Cueto has shitty surveillance measures in place.
This opening scene is here to just make Dario look like a petty idiot.
Bro, he looked like a fucking
He
doofus.
thinks he's a mastermind, but he is really, really not.
You got goddamn jabroni over here. Oh my god.
But Delgado, as you mentioned, Delgado tells him the temple's compromised. Dario's like, no way, bro. I think I would know.
I I
I think I would know if there were cops in my temple.
I I I mean, why would a cop want to step foot into an illegal fighting temple? It just makes no sense.
Why would you do that? That's illegal. It's like the Club Penguin thing about you're getting murdered. That's impossible. That's not possible. That's illegal.
I don't think I've seen that meme. That's good.
Yeah.
And very on brand for Club Penguin. Oh, rip in peace. Anyway.
But then Delgado is like, the temple is very important to my employer, and I might stop by. And he's like, you should prepare for his arrival. And Dario's again very funny, knowing the timeline of how this is getting paid off. Very funny.
Again, like, bro, why?
They J.J. Abrams it, man. They set up a mystery box they didn't have the answer to yet.
Why would you not set this up for the end of the season? Oh my god. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway,
all right.
And Dario's like, what the? He's coming here? And he's like, yeah.
To my temple.
He's like, you know, your brother doesn't get to have all the fun.
Yeah, so the implication is that Delgado also works for, like, I don't know, a supernatural monster motherfucker. So, yeah, I guess we'll see in 5 years how that pays off. I'm sure it'll be great.
Again, I could be misremembering, and they could pay off this kind of at the end of season 2 here. I know how they end season 3, and I don't think they do it then. Because I remember how they ended season 3.
Yeah.
But, you know, again, could be totally wrong. Could be wrong that we won't have to wait till season 4. You know who the employer is.
I'm not gonna hold my breath. Is the punchline here? Anyway, we're at the temple. Woo!
And we're back.
Yes.
And we are opening with a triple threat match for the final Aztec Medallion. The Aztec Medallion, the Gift of the Gods title match, is next week.
Yeah, I know. I for some reason my Plex server started playing the audio for the next episode after I stopped this episode. I don't know why, but yeah. Matt Stryker opens the show and says the most correct thing he's ever said when he goes, "Enough of us, Melissa Santos, take it away." I agree, Stryker. Enough of you and Vampiro. Just forever. Goodbye. But yeah, triple threat, Cortez Castro, Mr. Cisco, and Joey Ryan. Can they coexist? Good thing Dario Cueto doesn't have secret cops here in the temple. Anyway, here's Joey Ryan and Cortez Castro.
Joey Ryan and Cortez Castro having a match.
Yeah.
No cops here.
No cops here.
So they have this match is so short. It's
bro.
Like, okay, I can give you like a broad strokes of the whole match. So Cisco and Cortez immediately knock Joey Ryan's ass out.
And I want to make a quick commentary note. Vampiro uses this opportunity to speak on Cisco and Cortez's friendship. Sorry, not friendship, gang thing maybe.
He's trying to talk about loyalty, and he's like, you know, that gang thing or whatever.
That gang thing. Thank you, Vampiro.
Yeah. Also, Vampiro and Stryker make bets on who's going to win. Vampiro seems to think that Mr. Cisco is riding high on momentum. I don't think that's true.
I don't even see how that. But he bets on him. What?
And then Stryker bets on Cortez to win.
Oh boy, I wish either of them had been right, but no, for some reason
they knock Joey Ryan out of the ring, and then they spend a few minutes wrestling each other, and then Cortez is about to hit a move, and then Joey Ryan runs back into the ring, knocks him over, and then Ryan rolls up Cortez Castro to win the match. That's it.
That's all. That's all, folks. It was like blink and you miss it.
Yeah.
Bruh.
And Joey Ryan stashes the medallion down the front of his trunks.
Yeah, of course he does. He does. Everything's got to touch his dick.
He puts everything where his cock is. That's Joey Ryan.
That's Joey Ryan, both in wrestling and in real life. Thank you. Thank you.
Yay! Thank
Mm,
you.
Thank you.
Uh, so good job. So I guess Joey Ryan gets to wrestle next week. Sure.
Yay.
Somebody needs to eat the pin, I guess, in the
It's
seven way.
fucking true.
Then Mil Muertes is meditating at his shrine, and we and then Katrina comes up to him and she says she has been waiting 197 years for this moment. And I gotta stop here to say, I love it when they use extremely specific numbers for these kind of like old time, like long past prophesized moments or whatever. Like,
Yes.
it couldn't have been 200 years, a nice even number. It
Yeah.
couldn't have been almost 200 years.
No, God
She
forbid.
specifically is like, it has been 197 years.
All right. So, what? This is 2015. Uh let's do let's
18,
let's do some quick math
18,
here.
1818? Is that when she gets put to
1818.
release?
All right. What the fuck was going on in the year 1818? Uh Year events. 1818 historical events in 1818. Do we have a Frankenstein was published?
Oh, that's how
Uh
she died.
what?
She's oh, that's is that connected? Perhaps we don't know.
The publishing of Frankenstein.
You don't know. We can work that. We it could be anything.
That she was so she actually it was so scary to her that she died of a heart attack.
Yeah. I
Uh
actually this episode might have aired in 2016, so I should also review 1819, see if we can get some.
there were 18 I looked up 1818 earthquakes. No, but I keep getting the Great Madrid earthquake of 1811 through 1812. The
I
New
don't think that
Madrid.
was when I don't think that was Mil Muertes's earthquake though.
What? So why has Katrina been? Is it 197 years from like when she was born?
I took
197 years from
yeah,
when she died?
I took that to mean that was her death
Oh,
was in 1819. I could be wrong, but I've always been under the assumption that Mil Muertes is the age he's like in his mid 40s. And he's just
wait.
a zombie man.
Hold up. No, that's not South America. That's India. Wait. The 1819 Cocapio earthquake during April 1819 in the area around Cocapio in northern Chile was struck by a sequence of earthquakes over a period of several days. The largest of these earthquakes occurred on the 11th of April at
Oh
about
fuck.
1500 local time with an estimated magnitude of 8.5. Oh
Okay.
my, have we
So
found it?
we may have cracked the code.
Have we found it? Did they look up a
It
specific
has to be 197 is such a specific number of years.
that is such a specific number. They must have. They've known all along. They can't figure out who the fuck Councilman Delgado's boss is gonna be, but they know exactly which South American earthquake they want to attribute Mil
Killed
Muertes' death
Pascual
to.
Mendoza.
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. Fucking
Okay.
nerds.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, so wow. So they lived through a big technological revolution. I wonder how they went with that. Because
I
now I
I
want
mean,
to know.
just
Now
look
I
at
got to
them.
think about it. Like I now I want to know what it was like when Mil Muertes first discovered what like radio and television is.
Do you think it was like unfrozen caveman lawyer energy where he was just screaming at everything? or
I
or
believe that.
or since he was like technically conscious for all of that, was it just like what it was for us where like we watch the natural progression of technology and we go, "Oh no, that scans." Like he had the same reaction to to the development of radio that people did to like Steve Jobs unveiling the iPhone.
Maybe. Or
Hell,
maybe
maybe
he's
Mil Muertes was
or
there
maybe
when
he's
Steve Jobs unveiled the iPhone.
in the building. He was at the presentation.
You don't know how. What I mean, what else is he doing? He didn't have an illegal fight club to go and fight in yet.
That is another good question. What were Mil and Katrina doing in the almost 200 years before this temple existed?
Because like clearly there's some training involved, right? Like
What
Mills.
were they training for?
I
What
don't
was
know,
the
just
purpose
general
of that?
conditioning, lifting weights, general combat sports. I don't know why, but that would be a thing. Mil Muertes probably like, you know, well, I was gonna say he probably like lived through some colonization bullshit. But you'd think, right, that an immortal zombie man would be able to really turn the tides in favor of home team if he were fighting on the side of Latin America against
Well, I think
colonization.
that, well, that's assuming he's fighting on the side of colonization.
That
He's an immortal zombie man. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't give a shit about imperialism at this point in his life. Like,
damn.
what does it
Well,
matter to him?
he knows that someday he will be the ultimate imperialist, and he's just like, all right, you kids have fun in the meantime.
Yeah, in his mind, he has grander aspirations than who currently runs a country.
That's true. That's true. So what I'm hearing is that Mil Muertes is a traitor to home team. He don't give a shit about his Latin American roots, actually, which means that
I
man
mean,
is
that stands
stealing
out.
valor by fucking sitting there in his supposedly authentic ancient Azteca ceremonial garb. Or I guess maybe that's the only thing he's loyal to. Once Azteca was wiped out, he's like, I don't got no
What does it
connection.
even matter
I
anymore?
he fucking it's like when Captain America becomes Nomad.
Yes, it is like that.
Wow, we've come a long way from 197 years.
With regard to the technological thing, it could also be He also could be a Grandpa Simpson about the radio, and he's like, "I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was."
Yeah, that's actually like he actually didn't like originally have grand aspirations, but then like hashtag kids these days started using their radios, and he's like, God damn it, we need to restore the world to the way it was before all these fucking young boomers found
Make Azteca great
make
again.
Azteca great again. That's what I'm saying. I'm so glad we're on the same page here.
Anyway, now that we have established Mil Muertes' backstory and
Look, we
motivation,
spent enough time developing Drago lore. We
now we
need
have
to switch it up a little
develop.
bit.
Yeah, but Katrina says that's a long time to be a prisoner of darkness. Interesting thing that you say there.
True, true. She also is talking about when you were a child, which, hey, friendly reminder that Katrina knows what the fuck Mil Muertes, her lover, was up to as a child.
This is, as we have said many times, this was just straight up grooming.
Yeah, 100%.
This is textbook. She found this kid dying under the rubble of an earthquake, gave him immortal dark death powers, and now they're fucking
and then said,
100 years
"Hey,
later.
and then said, "Hey, you're really mature for your immortal age."
God damn it!
Fuck off. Yeah,
Which does bring up other questions. How did the education of young, because he died when he was like 10 or something. Like, did he go back to school? did Katrina arranged for his continued education?
Considering the fact that he's practically nonverbal, I'm going to assume that he didn't exactly have the best formal education.
You're right. So he's also he's also undereducated. Great.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
This is really helping the grooming thing.
Like a socioeconomic minority through and through.
Back grooming. Great. This is great.
Yeah. I'm so glad they added this part to the backstory. I'm so glad they decided A, Katrina has like known him since he was like a literal child and then made him immortal, and then B, they're also definitely fucking.
When was Me Too? I gotta fucking
Like,
check
like,
dates on this.
like, seriously, uh, uh they could have just had it be like a weird mommy thing. Like it could have been like Norma Bates. It could have been like the mom from Manchurian Candidate. It could have been so much. But no, they had to make them fuck. They had to do Oedipus shit, but also with grooming.
I I can't wait for Mil Muertes to learn about hashtag Me Too.
I'm so
And for
excited.
him to realize that this is not okay.
I wonder, would Katrina be canceled on social media? One can only hope.
Listen, we can it's fine. We are okay with immortal ghost lady dark powers, but we draw the line at grooming.
Yeah, fucking true. Like she's trying to take over the world, and then all of a sudden, like, some motherfucker on Tumblr's like, have we had a conversation yet about how Katrina is actually really problematic, sweaty? And Katrina goes, wait, what? And then her empire just crumbles in front of her.
Hashtag been canceled. It's over.
Yeah. Hashtag cancel Katrina. It even has some nice little alliteration to it. It
Yeah,
would be a very effective campaign, I think.
this immortal dark ghost lady is really problematic.
I hope that all advertisers cut ties with her. I mean, there's her stream of revenue gone right there. Fuck, it's all downhill from there. Oh, and then Katrina goes and makes a "Why I Left the Left" video.
Yeah, she would.
She would.
Fox News contributor.
Fuck. Look, yeah, Look, they've already shown that they have no qualms platforming wrestling personalities with rather problematic views. So why not Katrina the Immortal Ghost Lady?
Exactly. We are like 2 lines into this fucking promo.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
She's like she reminds him that about what happened last season. I don't remember if it's been confirmed before this, but it definitely is confirmed here. I think we theorized this was the idea, or was like implied, but it's confirmed the last time this all went down. That was the whole plan, was to get him killed so that she could give him a level up. I don't know how that works, but okay.
Look, this is from the lady that apparently like raising a rock in the air. It helps boost the reception of
It's a match
of her of her ghost power 5G.
She's searching for the
Yeah.
bars with the rock.
She's actually so far underground she just can't get a signal, and that's why she has to raise it so high. So like I think I've learned just not to question how the ghost powers work.
Yeah, but she says tonight you're winning. Tonight you're gonna win, and
Yes.
Before you close the coffin, I am going to lick the face of a god and make us immortal.
Wait, already immortal.
Yeah, I had questions about that because I already thought you guys were immortal. Are you you mean like alive and immortal? Is that what you meant?
They're gonna. It's I don't know. It's the one fucking line from Helsing Abridged, where the dandy man is promising immortality to like all the feds in France or in Madrid or whatever, and he's like, oh, he promised me immortality if I did this for him. Joke's on you, he promised me double immortality.
I'm assuming it's like the idea is that she will like be alive when she's because that was the whole thing. She was trying to seal the life power of Phoenix, so I assume it's the same concept.
Would be really nice
She'll
if
be
they
a,
just came out and said that.
well, it would, but instead we're gonna say stuff that sounds vague and enticing. And what does it mean? But it's evocative. It gets the people going.
It gets the people going. Yeah, all right. Fine, fine.
But then they go to leave, and what the fuck? King Cuerno was behind the shrine the entire time.
Yeah, has he been stalking them? I think I remember something like he had a confrontation with Katrina or Mil
Yeah,
or
he
something.
had a confrontation with Katrina like last week or the week before,
Okay.
and he threatened he threatened her, but it's like, okay, bud.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's taking it serious. So yeah, he's just been listening to this whole thing, and then he goes up and he sniffs the dirt they were standing on or whatever, which
He's
creepy.
stalking the prey. He's got to follow the scent as if he doesn't know where Mil is going to be in like 30
Mil
minutes.
Muertes, who fucking wears giant ass peacock feathers protruding from his shoulders on his ceremonial garb. If you could find that guy like anywhere.
And as I said, he's in the main event. He knows where Mil is going to be in a half hour. Why does he need to follow the scent?
But no, he's a hunter. He's gotta sniff, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, all right. So anyway, back to the temple. We are here for a trios match. The current trios champions are defending against Son of
The
Havoc
former
and
champion.
Evilise again. And
But Dario has been super kind, and they're not going to have to wrestle with 3-on-2. That would be mean.
yeah,
They get a third partner, Johnny Mundo.
yeah, Johnny Mundo's here to team with them. Woof.
Yeah, so this match was like fine.
It was. I have more. I did enjoy the athlete. There were. I enjoyed like the sum of its parts were greater than its whole. There were a lot of like individual things I enjoyed, and I'll kind of go down that list. I will say though, when Johnny Mundo comes out, Matt Striker, Johnny Mundo and Ty
Oh
are
yeah,
wearing
I
like these
noted
coordinated
this.
like pink like ring outfits, and Matt Striker goes, Johnny Mundo's got to have a lot of courage coming out here wearing that in this town, which I think Matt Striker just implied that Johnny Mundo's risking getting hate crime for wearing pink in Boyle Heights. Cool.
And then Vampiro is like, I can't tell the difference between the two of them.
Yeah, I caught that too, and I chose to ignore it.
Well, I don't.
Yeah, that was
This was
just
this was
dumb.
this was the weirdly homophobic commentary of the evening.
Yeah, yeah, there's always got to be one. And then the trios champs come out. We cut to commercial as Matt Striker tells us Rey Mysterio, El Dragon Azteca, Prince Puma in action next. Which in action, if AEW has taught us anything, that phrase means that Menage a Trois of Brutality are in for a great time.
Well, they're not the menage a trois of brutality because they're with Mundo.
Yeah, -1. Look,
They're
I
the
shortened it for snappiness purposes.
the menage a trois of Slam Town. No, I don't like
The
that.
the menage a trois of the mundo of the world.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, I'm trying here.
I just feel like they're like the beats in this match just don't lead to anything. Like
Nah,
they just kind of
the big highlights. Well, starting off, we have Evil East Dragon Azteca. The only thing I have from them is that they do a stereo. They knock each other down. They do a stereo kip up, but Evil East like
Evil East
stumbles
fucks
in the
it
middle
up,
of it.
and so
Yeah.
she like plays it
Woof.
off as my knee.
Yeah, and then everyone, and then commentary is like, she keeps fucking up her leg, and I was like,
Also,
God damn it, Evil East, don't do it
also,
again.
also super conveniently how that is like when they do the double kip up and Evil East fucks it up, they cut the camera away so you can't see Evil East.
Yeah,
They do it. I
100%. They
noted
they
that.
cut as soon as she stumbles, they cut straight to
A
Dragon
cut.
Azteca. Fucking the Striker though, actually, they then tag out for Ray and Son of Havoc, and Striker makes the actually good point that Rey and Son of Havoc would be a cool match to see. And yeah, because the two of them are the highlight of this match. Like, these dudes are just going blow for blow. Like, I don't know if Son of Havoc is a huge Rey Mysterio simp or something, but like, man is definitely like the whole story of their like part of the match is that they are like insanely evenly matched. Like, they're about the same stature and they're about the same level of like crazy acrobatic bullshit. They like they get it so that they try to kick each other and they both grab the other person's leg and they're just like holding that, hopping each on one leg while holding onto the others, and then they just
Oh yeah,
agree like, all right, we'll drop it at one,
that was funny
two,
because they were both
three.
like, "You let go of my leg. You let go of my leg."
Yeah, so they count down 1, 2, 3, and they're like, "All right, neat." And then Ray fucking kicks
He kicks him
Havoc
again.
again. Yeah. Also, I did catch Ray strokes his little beard at Havoc. Clearly, he has beard envy. You know, Havoc's chin mane
Pretty
is
sick
just
beard.
unmatched. Yeah, true.
Uh,
But then Mundo versus Puma. Ayo, deja vu.
Mundo gets in. This match stop when Matt stops being like classy sportsmanship lucha libre. That's the
Yeah,
idea. Is that the menage a trois people are they're cool. They're
they
baby
become
faces, just
true
like the Dream
technicos.
Team.
Hmm.
This is just Technico v Technico, and Mundo's over here like, no, I want to cheat and win.
Yeah, fuck you. So yeah, Mundo gets in. Taya's fucking with Puma while Mundo's fighting him,
And
and then
Evilise is
Evilise
like,
takes
hey, no, we don't do that.
yes, which that'll come back later. Mundo teases that he's gonna tag in Evilise, but then flips her off, and Vampiro says that's an international symbol for no, I'm not tagging out. Thank you, Vamp.
The international symbol for that doesn't work for me,
That
brother.
doesn't work for me, brother. Yeah, Havoc. Oh, Havoc tags back in. I think he's facing off against Dragon Azteca, and
I believe so.
he gets taught. Okay, so he gets like flung head first at the ring ropes, but he like bounces off the
With
top
his
rope with his
shoulders, yeah.
shoulders and then springs back into a cutter, which is insane. I don't think I've ever seen that before in any wrestling ever. Son of Havoc is a freak of fucking nature. So that was cool. Vamp on commentary. So Vampiro and Stryker are talking about Taya, being a pain in the ass on the outside, and Stryker's like, well, Evilise used to be the one that shrieked at everyone. Now she has to listen to Taya's shrieking and cackling. And fucking Vampiro says, she's a pain in the ass. It's like the last days of my marriage. I'm so glad that Vamp has, like, become an ex-wife guy on commentary.
Vampiro filters all women on this show through the lens of his bitch ex-wife.
It's like Terminator vision, but just every woman is just ex-wife, ex-wife, ex-wife.
Yeah.
But then Rey Mysterio's back in the match, and Evilise grabs him and trips him from the outside.
Oh
She's
shit!
still got that Rudo in her.
Did that pay off to anything? No.
Oh, I figured we were like building to something.
I don't think it does.
Oh, though that's unfortunate.
Because Johnny
Ray,
Mundo is not going to be sticking around with these guys for long. I can tell you that. I already
well,
know
yeah,
where
but
he's going.
I more meant like, I don't fucking know. But yeah, Ray tries to 619 Havoc, but Havoc was playing possum. He watched tape.
So all right, so that was actually really cool for me because like when he does the 6-1 sets up for the 619, it starts this big long fucking sequence of everybody hitting their moves on each other. Like, like how they do in any big multi-man match where it's like
Of course.
guy A hits guy B with a finisher. Then guy C hits guy B with a finisher. Then guy D hits guy C. They do the whole chain of events, including a malfunction at the junction where Mundo knocks out Taya with his big jumping kick.
Naturally.
Instagram. So like I was about to get on here and complain about how long that Son of Havoc lays over the middle rope while all this shit happens. But then this show's smarter than I think it is, as he was in fact eventually just playing possum.
Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, again, he's watched tape. I guess he's a Rey Mysterio fanboy. this whole time he was faking him out. But then Ray's like, "Oh, you've watched Hey Pa, that's cute. Watch this," and just 619.
What if I did it again?
Yeah, and
And
then
it's like, oh,
we
shit.
get and then Ray drags Havoc over to the corner
No, he
where
doesn't. Havoc
or
rolls over there. After
Havoc
the
rolls over to the
619.
corner. Ray tags in Puma, and Puma hits. Holy fuck! The closest 450
I
splash to
thought
the
he was
ring
gonna
post.
miss. I
I
was
have
like, how the fuck is he gonna make this?
like I need you to understand. Like, dude was directly below. Like, I have never seen him hit it that, or maybe he has. Maybe I'm crazy, but I swear to God, his opponent's usually a bit
I mean,
further
it
out
was
than
not.
that.
I mean, it was not. It was like he basically could get no horizontal distance on the jump, or he would miss Havoc.
Yeah, like insane. Like he almost had to like almost invert his fucking horizontal. Yeah, so crazy. But he hits it clean, and then
And he gets the pin
gets the
for the
pin on
win.
Havoc 1-2-3, and of course Taya with the post match beatdown on Evil East. New feud incoming, baby.
Yeah, that's gonna keep going.
That yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna like they I know they pay that off in a big match and all that.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, I'm excited. It's honestly, it's been a hot minute since we. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. I was gonna say it's been a hot minute since we've actually seen like a woman on a woman feud, but I forgot we just finished up.
We just
Sexy Star
finished
versus.
one.
We just finished one. Yeah. All right. Never mind.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so that's done. All right. The shit that doesn't matter is done. Let's see, we're here for the real shit, baby. The funerary march begins
The
again.
Dia de los Muertos skeletons
Yes.
bring the coffins down to the ring.
Which
And
I have to wonder.
The coffins all have cute art on them with like skulls that say R.I.P. above them.
They bring in the Dia de los Muertos people bring in floral arrangements, and they have floral arrangements where the flowers are shaped like R.I.P. like the letters. Fucking also, I have to wonder like who these Dia de los Muertos people are. Like, I wonder who Dario hired for this. Like, is this just a group that's just like, yeah, we'll do Dia de los Muertos shit for you? Like, do you think they do parties? Like,
that raises so many questions.
do you bring them in off the streets? Like, how do you just find Dia de los Muertos revelers when it's not Dia de los Muertos?
Yeah, how do you find these people who are like, yeah, man, I'll put on the skeleton face paint?
Yeah, I am curious, like, how like their presentation lines up with like authentic Dia de los Muertos customs. Like, the face paint seems legit. I feel like I've seen that before. Very Thunder Rosa, actually. But like,
literally Thunder Rosa does half face paint of that design.
Of that exact design. But like it was a whole thing. Like, the way they were dressed, we even had a dude up on stilts. Like, it felt like a parade march sort of thing. Like, I have to wonder if this is like it's got to be like decently authentic, at least, I would hope anyway.
Yeah. But again, where are you finding dudes who are like, I know it's not November, but can we do the design?
Yeah, but yeah, they're like nicely setting out wreaths of flowers on top of the caskets. Those poor floral arrangements don't stand a chance.
No, they don't.
No.
But then both wrestlers come out to the ring.
Bro, Melissa Sanchez, while she's introducing them, she does a little shimmy while she says Katrina. She goes, Katrina. It's like, oh my, Katrina getting a little side action? Maybe.
Nah, probably not.
Or maybe Melissa's just into her,
Melissa's just having some fun.
She's just posting horny on Maine, Godspeed.
I mean, I think she posts horny on May when she says from the 559.
That's
better that of course they do get IRL married.
Yeah, no, that is true. Oh no, she is fully in the tank for Brian Cage. 100 goddamn %. She's like, that's my man. But yes, so we are here. The caskets are lined up along the ring. I'm just getting this from Matt Stryker. I'm sorry, not caskets, death boxes.
He does call them coffins at least once.
Yeah, but he spends most of the match calling them.
He does love to keep calling them death boxes, which I guess is better than funerary boxes from
Which,
last.
although I did look that up, funerary is like, I guess, an actual word, but who the fuck says funerary?
Yeah, it's not that I thought that word is made up. It's that I thought that word makes Stryker look like a dork.
Yeah, well, it is Matt Stryker.
No one uses that
after all.
terminology to describe
Yes.
it. A coffin.
Vampiro talks about how he loves the death aspect of all this. Really, really, Vampiro. I never would have guessed that you, Vampiro, liked the death aspect of all of this.
Vampiro just can't help but let his inner dark side guy.
Of course. And then
attack.
and then he says like he's excited for the match. I feel weird. I feel good. You know, ask your doctor about the side effects of your psych meds.
Ask your doctor about your side effects of not taking the psych meds.
Well, I feel like if he feels weird but feels good, like it's got to be a state of euphoria kicking in from his meds, right? Like I want to believe that he's currently.
I assumed it was a state of euphoria from him from kicking in his like dark master powers.
Oh well, you know, maybe that too. Maybe that's self-medication. Who's to say? Anyhow, but yes. So we're off to the races. The boys are here, and it's time for some murder.
And immediately, they basically almost immediately get to the outside, and they also start taking bumps off of caskets.
They bumps off of caskets. Of course, they like knock into the crowd in the front row and throw some chairs at each other. I noticed there was a dude in the crowd who I think was wearing a fucking Rick Knox shirt, which you can get those. Those exist for referee Rick Knox.
I feel like pro wrestling. If I type Rick Knox pro wrestling tees, I feel like I'm probably going to find something.
I wonder if I can find like
the official merchandise store of. Oh, that's Mike Knox. Okay.
That's Mike Knox.
Okay. Rick Pro Knox Wrestling Wiki, Rick Knox merchandise.
Let's see. Let's see if I can find.
That's all AEW.
No, it's. I swear to God, dude had like his shirt that's. I'll have to go back and like look at it in the episode, but I swear to God, it was like a. It said like Rick Knox in big bold letters, and I went, "Oh
dude
my!"
Just made a homemade shirt for Rick Knox.
Yeah, look, I mean, nary can you find nowhere else can you find a referee more skilled at reffing tag matches and less skilled at catching bullshit in singles matches.
And enforcing the rules.
Yeah, like just get you a man who can do both, truly.
That's my secret, Cap. I never enforce the rules.
Fucking true. Yeah, Lucha Underground, where Dario actively says, yeah, we don't really got rules around here. Truly the place for him.
That is where Rick Knox said, great. That's my dream job.
That's Rick Knox says no rules. Well, you found just the right man, brother.
Rick Knox wants to count 1, 2, 3 and do absolutely nothing else.
You think it's a political statement? Like Rick Knox is actually an anarchist, and this is up to the system, man.
I doubt it. He's probably just an old blind referee.
Well, I mean, I guess if you want to have the boring interpretation, sure. Anyway.
My guy just wants to get paid to do one thing. Count 1, 2, 3. Any other part of the job, he doesn't want to do it.
Well, no, sometimes he counts to 10. Excuse you.
That's true. That's true.
That is true.
But if he's not counting, he doesn't want to do it.
That's true. That's true. He was hired to do elementary school level count. Actually, earlier than elementary school, preschool level counting. My preschoolers can count up to 10. All right. Rick Knox is here to do preschool level counting and hit a ring mat, and that's about it, baby. Everything else, fuck it.
But yeah, anyway. As I said, they immediately doing stuff with casket spots. They got 4 caskets now. We can do spots.
I know. Well, the thing they do is Mil Muertes lines up just 3 of them on one side of the ring.
And then he does a sick ass flatliner off the apron.
Yes, yeah.
The caskets are majorly dented.
I know. There is one that somehow survives this. Don't know.
I think that's the one they finish on.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
I feel like the other 3 were bumping caskets that were made to be bumped on and dent, and one was like, "This is the casket. This is the real one. Don't break this one."
Wait. I can't remember. No, because like I swear, one of the caskets he lined up, though, was the real casket, because I think the other bumping casket from later was still on a side of the ring,
On the
and
other
Matanza
side.
pulled
Yeah,
it
I
down. Yeah.
agree. It's the gray, like the one that finished it is like gray.
Yeah, and it's so wild, though, that he lined it up, and then just like, but it's also like, but this can't be our bumping casket. This has to be.
Well, I feel like the caskets that were bumping caskets were made to be easier to bump on because I
No,
don't
but
think
except
because
the
real
casket that they
I don't
end
believe,
in, I'm pretty sure does get bumped on.
and I don't think it's dented.
It is. It is. I swear to God, it is.
It's not as dented as the others get.
I no, it gets like it gets fucking concave on one end, and that's why we'll get to it, but that's why that's the end where Mill's legs go.
I guess I didn't think that the one they finished on was looked nearly as bad as the other ones.
I thought so, but also they take multiple bumps on the other ones, so
Yeah,
this one was one bump and you're done, I guess.
yeah,
Anywho, but
yeah.
yeah,
Then Matanza starts trying to undo the bottom rope, and this will
it,
come in later.
but like what's this shot is great. So like Matanza is able to kind of like knock Mil Muertes out, and then or wait, because did Matanza ate the flatliner, right?
Matanza's, yeah, this is actually right before they do the flatliner, but he is trying to unscrew.
Oh yeah. So
I think he
but
powerbombed
he
Mil
has
on one of the caskets, and then he went
that's what
over
it
trying
is.
to undo the bottom rope.
Yeah, he powerbombs Mil, tries to undo the buckle. But like in the background of the shot where he's trying to undo the buckle, Mil does like his version of a sit-up spot, which isn't quite a clean sit-up spot, but he gets up and you can see it in the background. It's kind of like, oh shit, buddy. That was a
Yeah,
really great shot. I fucking love that.
it was funny watching Matanza blatantly not unhook the turnbuckle.
Oh, 100%. He's just
Like
like,
you can see him, he's just like twisting it around back and
yeah,
forth. He's not
just
actually undoing it.
just buying time. Well, it does get loosened up, but not like
Yeah, but it's like it's not broken. He did it enough that it's like, oh, he loosened it, but you can clearly tell he could have finished it, and he doesn't.
oh yeah, 100%. But he's buying time. Mill sits up and
But
then comes over, fucking flatlines Matanza off of the apron onto the coffins below. And Mill is the baby face here, I guess, because we're getting the crowd chants for Mil Muertes starting now and going through the rest of the match.
yeah, I mean it's also a good thing that Matanza loosened that bottom rope because then that made it easier for Mil Muertes to drag caskets into the ring.
That was the other thing I was thinking. There did seem to be a nice little practical
Yeah,
upside.
because now that rope is loose, and so he doesn't have to drag it through taut ropes. He can just drag it under the middle rope.
Yeah, that's fucking true. But yeah,
But
we're
then
back. We're getting
eventually,
back in the ring.
yeah,
Dario tries to grab Mil Muertes by the boot, and
which it works enough for Matanza to get back in there.
but Mil seems almost amused by this, and like he grabs Dario from the floor and like picks him up to his eye level before Matanza comes and attacks him.
He's
That
like, brother, help!
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, absolutely. So Matanza comes over. He's just laying into Mill. Striker on commentary notes.
He hits the gut wrench suplexes.
Oh yeah,
Three amigos, but it's a gut wrench suplex.
He's showing the fuck off, and Striker on commentary notes that it's almost like there's a really skilled wrestler underneath that monster. Like maybe a guy with an extensive history in Japan, but also has like an aggressively normal anglicized name. Standard technical wrestler stuff. I'm just saying, just theorizing.
It's funny that this is what I was thinking. So we'll go ahead and move into the part here where Mill gets the turnbuckle unhooked and he gets the hook and he tries to stab Matanza with it, but Matanza fights and gets the hook himself, rips open Mill's mask, and then stabs him with the hook. And during that part, I was thinking, man, they will never do this spot with Matanza. Because if you ripped at Matanza's mask, it would be super obvious that Jeff Cobb is under there.
Oh my god, insanely. Like, nobody in wrestling has a face like Jeff Cobb.
Everyone's going to be like, oh shit, it's Jeff Cobb.
Oh, hey.
if you didn't already know from the finishing move, I guess,
Yeah.
because he does
It's
tour
the
the
Tour of the
islands,
Islands.
but it's the
No, it's the Wrath of the Gods. Shh.
yeah, but it's like they can't. It's just like it's like how you couldn't undo Puma's mask because if you did, Ricochet would be under there.
Was Ricochet well known in 2014, 2015?
Yeah,
Oh shit, I didn't know
he was
that.
a known indie guy.
Okay, but also to be fair, like you have the tattoo, the peck tattoo. It's already ruined.
I mean, it probably is, but it's when it's under the mask, we can pretend.
There's some plausible deniability. Like, maybe this guy just also happens to have the exact same peck tattoo as Ricochet.
Yeah, Ricochet had already had years in PWG
Oh
when
fuck.
when it all started. I don't think he had his. I don't think he had. Oh, he already even in 2014 he won the best of the Super Juniors in New Japan.
Oh
So
shit.
like I don't think he had his match with Will Ospreay yet that broke the internet.
Was Jeff Cobb already New Japan by
I don't think so, but he would also been a PWG indie guy. That like
Okay.
the locals would know that guy for sure.
Oh, I didn't know the PWG was also California based.
PWG is Reseda, California.
Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh yeah, so even the smarks in the crowd would fucking know.
All these dudes are everyone that's big in this show did PWG.
Damn.
all the non lucha wrestlers are just PWG regulars.
Oh my fucking god.
And
Well,
actually, Cobb debuted in Lucha Underground before he debuted in PWG.
oh shit.
I didn't think that was the case.
What was the fuck?
He had just been a California. He just
Salud.
He's just been a California indie guy.
And before that, Action Zone in Hawaii, which makes sense.
Yeah, but so the crowd would not have known him if they had undone the mask. Not yet.
Oh shit. Matanza was also or Matanza. Jeff Cobb was also an amateur wrestler. That's neat.
Yeah, he was an Olympian. It's a big thing he talks about.
It's fucking crazy. I guess I haven't seen enough Jeff Cobb promos to see him talk about that. Or maybe did they talk about it during this most recent Forbidden Door cycle? I think they did. Okay. Anyway.
I mean, he didn't do well in the Olympics. He finished 21st out of 22nd in the 2004 Summer Olympics.
But he made it.
He did make it, so he is a GOAT.
And not last.
Yeah, he represented Guam in the 2004 Olympics.
Yeah, that scans. Well, that's
anyway. I didn't realize he actually hadn't been in Lucha Underground was before because again, all the American regulars on this show are PWG guys.
Damn. I wonder how Lucha Underground found him then. Well, I guess if he was doing other California-based promotions.
It says he did Northern California indies. Obviously, this is SoCal.
Yeah.
So maybe they had heard of him, but this is
maybe he got scouted
PWG,
out.
before New Japan, before Ring of Honor.
Damn, he got his start effectively as Matanza Cueto. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, the fun little sidebar. Either way, the point is Mil Muertes' mask is a little ripped Reno.
It is. It's all ripped up. You can see his hair and his forehead.
Yeah,
and then
again,
he is also
crazy that this dude has hair.
Stabbed by the hook.
Absolutely. Yeah. So he's bleeding all over.
But then Muertes counters and gets Matanza. Choke slams him onto a casket, and then he goes to the outside and gets a toolbox. And in the toolbox, for reasons that commentary can't understand, is a chainmail glove.
Yes, that Stryker originally calls a lead glove for some reason.
Idiot. It is so clearly chainmail.
What? I know. I was thinking, I'm like, oh, it's chainmail. And then Stryker says lead, and I go, what?
I was like, he's got the coal miner's
And
glove.
then they're very quickly like, oh wait, it's chainmail, and I go, yeah,
So he
dumbasses.
puts on the chainmail glove, which he has on for the rest of the match. And
He does. Matt Stryker calls him part man, part Doctor Doom. Sure.
Dr. Doom doesn't wear chainmail, you idiot. He's
Yeah.
metal. He is Metal Man.
And even then, yeah, I guess he's part Doctor Doom and that he's wearing metal on his hand. That's about it. That's a very small. I don't know if you can justify part Doctor Doom at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
But he starts punching Matanza in the face with the chainmail glove, knocking his ass straight out.
Absolutely.
But then Matanza has to resort to a low blow to get back on
Yeah.
top of the
And
match.
Matt Stryker goes, Matanza was really working under Mil Muertes, if you know what I mean. Wink. Like, fuck off. Shut up,
I
please.
appreciate that. Like, this is like the first match where Matanza really feels like he could lose.
Yes, although I was going in highly doubting that he was
I didn't
dropping.
expect him to
Yeah,
actually
no.
lose, but like,
No.
this is the first time he's really shown any kind of weakness.
Yeah, and
Other matches, he's like occasionally been like staggered or maybe even knocked down to his knees. But like, there was no doubt that he was gonna win.
yeah, and also like
This
that
match
was the
created
like
doubt.
that and those were to set up for like the fucking Jason Voorhees Monster Man getting back up spots.
This was like a oh shit,
Yeah.
Jason's actually kind of hurt here.
Yeah, well, you get another immortal monster man, and there you go, bada bing, bada boom.
Mm-hmm. Did we already talk about? Oh no, we did not talk. We didn't skip this one. My bad. When Matanza takes over, he puts Mil in a coffin,
Yeah,
and Mil is fighting to get out of the coffin, and eventually Mil just punches straight through the roof of the coffin.
that was a crazy fucking spot. That like did not expect anything like that. That is so good, dude.
I remembered that happened, but I forgot Mil did it and not Matanza.
That was so badass. Like, and the
Yep.
chainmail glove. There we
He
go.
punches through with the chainmail glove and he like knocks Matanza in the face.
That was damn cool. Visuals abound in this fucking match. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. But then Matanza gets hit with the ring bell, and then Katrina hits Dario with the rock, and it's like
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then Matanza responds by beating the shit out of Katrina with a chair.
Yup. And then he takes her rock and
This is
chucks it in a coffin.
this is okay. This is the funniest thing ever. After Mil Muertes hits Matanza with the ring bell, he gets back in the ring and is trying to get a coffin into the ring, which means he somehow misses everything that happens on the outside. Where
Yeah. Damn, I didn't think about it
Matanza
that way.
knocks it's like, man, he looks like a fucking idiot, just like struggling to pull this coffin into the ring while his manager gets murdered. As
His lover, his fucking girlfriend or whatever. His immortal mommy.
Yeah, his ghost mommy is killed as
Yeah.
Matanza knocks out Katrina. She opens one of the coffins on the outside that is like positioned setting up against the ring. He drops the stone into the coffin, and then he carries Katrina's body into the coffin and shuts the gate.
And then new lore drop. Apparently Katrina also gets power from the stone, which I don't think we've established that one before.
To be fair, she doesn't wrestle, so when would that come up?
I don't know, but like commentary is like, yes, as we all know, Katrina also derives power from the stone. And I went, excuse you, I don't know that. But also knowing that, I feel like Matanza throwing the stone into the same coffin that he throws Katrina is not a good idea.
Well, we'll get to that. Like, Katrina has been killed, as we again have to emphasize it in Lucha Underground lore. When you are put into a coffin, the symbolism is that you die.
You are dead. You are deceased.
You have died.
Yep.
So
Katrina's
is
dead. Katrina's double dead.
is double dead. You didn't think you could kill a ghost, but yes, you can if you try hard enough.
Matanza called Ghostbusters. He took some pro tips.
Then after that has all happened, then Matanza notices.
It's like, wait, where's mommy?
Muertes notices that Katrina has been killed. And he is like pissed off. He's fighting at Matanza.
Dives at Matanza.
But his rock but he doesn't have the rock anymore.
Yeah.
He's not as strong as he used to be.
Uh-oh.
And Mil Muertes does get the casket in the ring.
It's crazy to me that there still is a casket that has somehow remained untainted, but here we are.
This is, of course, the one that is used for the end of the match.
Yes.
Mil Muertes tries to shut the casket on Matanza. It doesn't work. Matanza power bombs Mil into the casket, and then this was really cool. Matanza hits the Wrath of the Gods onto Mil into the coffin.
Into the coffin.
And he
which was crazy.
And wins the match.
But I swear to God, it was decently dented at the bottom, and I noted because I was like, oh, that's smart, jing him his head up at the part that's not dented. So nice little ring awareness from our boy Jeff there. Yeah. But yes, the coffin has been slammed on Mil Muertes. Mil Muertes is 0 for 2 on coffin matches and is dead a third time.
Again, he is dead again. Dario gets the mic to announce that his baby brother has won, and he's there.
Yeah,
he tries to go gloat.
I feel like
his dead body.
Real quick, I just want to say, I feel like saying, and the winner, my baby brother Matanza, I feel like the inclusion of the my baby brother part takes away a little bit of the menace, Dario. But okay, I know you're proud.
I disagree. But he goes to gloat at Katrina's dead body, I assume. And he opens the casket, and she's gone.
Gaga.
And he has no idea. Dario is visibly freaked out. He does not know what the fuck is happening here.
Which I have to wonder, is it that, she just, snuck out of the coffin while the cameras were away from her? Or,
I assume, based on how WWE does these spots, there was probably a way for her to escape that particular coffin from the bottom. So that's go out from under and then go under the ring.
Yeah, that was my
because
thought.
It was propped up against the ring, so she could get out and sneak down under the ring and then be gone.
Yeah, that was my other thought. Is there was a false back or something.
Yeah, that's how WWE does those spots with the Undertaker.
Yeah,
there's always a false bottom, and they position the coffin in just the right way for him to have it.
Usually right up against the ring.
Either usually in the ring so he can escape under it, or on the stage so he can escape under the stage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Usually how they position that.
Yep.
So I assume it's the same thing there. But Katrina is gone. But then the Dia de los Muertes people are back. And I'm like, okay, I don't remember them from last year, but they are back.
They are back.
To come collect the body.
Which, nice.
Cool. Thanks for that. Dario's happy to not have to deal with the cleanup.
Absolutely. Well, except for the other coffins that are still in his ring.
But the Dia de los Muertos people are taking the coffin with Mil away, and one of the guys at the front of the coffin pulls his hood back to reveal it's fucking King Cuerno.
Yeah.
King Cuerno now has the body.
Which I feel like you've just let someone else do your hunting for you.
This is kill stealing.
Yeah, 100% kill steal. But whatever counts, I guess. He can go mount Mil's head on his wall, I guess.
But
it was a sick shot though.
It was
really
cool.
The hallway that they're in is lined with red lights on either side, and fucking they get a shot directly down the center, and you have dudes lining perfectly horizontal from each other, and you have the tall dude on the stilt in the back, and then dead center at the head of the coffin is King Cuerno flipping up the hood.
And it's really cool.
Really great shot.
The credits are rolling. Matt Stryker is trying to do the sign off, and then as he reveals himself, Matt Stryker stops and is like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
That was
King
so cool.
Cuerno?
That was really cool.
But then we get the post-credit scene of the episode as a limousine pulls up and Councilman Delgado gets in, and he is there to meet with his employer. He puts the money on the seat, $50,000. He's visibly nervous.
He's in the.
But, I mean,
like I want to the divider window rolls up behind him, and all I could think was, "Buckle up, Teddy."
Buckle up. Where to, Stephanie? I can't believe they did two different storylines where the Undertaker hijacked a limo.
Yeah, I feel like we really got to keep limos away from that guy in particular. He just really seems to like stealing them.
Yeah, but he's like, he spoke with Dario and he is preparing for your arrival. And he said, Dario has been thinking his brother is the most powerful person walking the earth, but I know that's not true because you are, my lord. Okay,
thank
this
you.
weird religious fanaticism coming in here.
I mean, it's all over Lucha Underground, right? Like everyone's got a
and
god.
then
They got
we
a
cut
praise.
to the employer, except we only see his body and a gloved hand lighting up a cigar.
Big Rick is back.
Oh my! Too bad he was already in our in memoriam segment last year, and I already know it's not him.
Damn.
But could you imagine? Could you imagine if Big Rick was the employer?
That was like my first thought. It was like, but then I was like, no, there's no way.
I did a lot of extensive research in my "In the Arms of an Angel" segment, so if it's not Rick,
Sarah McLachlan would have been proud. Yeah, absolutely. Oh God!
Instead, he canonically was murdered to make Mil Muertes' skull chair.
Skull-shaped throne. Yeah, absolutely. Even one of the skulls had an eye patch on it. Lovely tribute. So yeah, so I guess someone else is out here gimmick stealing with the fucking giant ass cigars. How rude.
And that is how we end the episode. The episode was very much the plot stuff was all related to this Councilman Delgado stuff, which is like interesting, but I unfortunately already know the payoff is forever away and not as cool as the build up.
Yeah, so I'm immediately like checked out of this shit.
Yeah. We'll be keeping an eye on it, but it's just not. The payoff is not even nearly close. The main event was the only match worth anything. It was a really good main event, though.
It was quite good. Those two boys going to war, and I will say, my appetite is very wet now for Rey Mysterio versus Son of Havoc. I really hope we see that singles match at some point because I think that would be really good.
It would be really good. So we'll be back sometime soon to return to the temple to see where we go from here.
Absolutely.
But for next time, though, it's time to start a new arc.
Oh, hoo.
We are done with Vince McMahon fighting God.
Thank God. Thank God.
It's time to do something a little more sane. It's September 1996.
Indeed.
The NWO has established itself as the most dangerous force in all of WCW.
Yes.
The first battle between WCW and the NWO will begin at Fall Brawl in War Games.
Oh, we're headed for War Games. I'm so excited. I love War Games.
Whose side is everyone on? Whose side? As we will find out, as we will ask the question, whose side is Sting on?
I feel as though we're gonna see some changes coming down the pike. Just a thought.
Yes,
I wonder if there were any influential movies that came out around this time period.
Yeah, The Mask, which would inform
of
character
course
after 1999.
That when Sting went out at AEW Revolution, seeing that iconic green face paint one last time truly brought a tear to my eye.
And everyone remembers Sting's catchphrase, "Somebody stop me!"
Yeah, everybody remembers when Sting dances to the ring singing Cuba Pete.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. So yeah, the Sting mask Garth. Let's go, baby.
Yep, that's correct.
Yep. Hell yeah, brother.
But that is all for next time. Until then, David, hit the plugs.
Yes, sir. Dear friends, thank you all so much for joining us on yet another episode of the Noobs and Knockouts podcast. We are so delighted to have you here. Returning listeners, viewers, what have you. You all know the drill. Thank you all so much for once again welcoming us back into your eardrums, your eyeballs, whatever the hell it is you use to consume our content. You know, we're just so happy to have you here, as always. New people, hey, hi, how's it going? Welcome to the show. We here at the Noobs and Knockouts podcast like to think we are friendly to both noobs and knockouts alike. So whether you're brand new to the wild, wacky world of wrestling or you're a veteran of all the weird bullshit, either way, we hope you feel welcome here. We hope things feel accessible to you here. We hope you're just having a great time, that you want to keep having a great time with us week after week after week. And I'm going to make sure you know all the ways you can do so. First and foremost, of course, is our YouTube. You can find the Noobs and Knockouts podcast on YouTube. Hit subscribe. Ring that bell. Make sure it turns a nice little solid color so you get notifications every single time we drop a brand new episode. Check out all of our playlists. Austin has been kind enough to organize all of the storylines that we follow into their own separate playlists, so you can follow something all the way down without having to skip around a whole lot. It's great. We also have ARC supercuts coming to the channel at some point in the near future. That'll be very exciting. Give us that sweet engagement, and all of our videos, likes and comments and all that shit helps us out a lot with the algorithm, and it's the video version. Hey, you can see our beautiful, lovely faces. Isn't that just dandy? Yeah. Oh, he's so cute. Look, you can't pass up this face. It's the sweetest face. Look at my boy. Anywho, yeah, melts my heart every time. So yeah, check all that out on the video version on the YouTube. However, if you are a fan of the audio only experience, we have you covered there as well. You can find the Noobs and Knockouts podcast on a bunch of different places where you find podcasts on the interwebs: Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, anywhere that has an RSS feed, we wind up somehow. So wherever the fuck you listen to things, if you're not listening to us on your preferred station right now, I can promise you can find us on there through the magic of the internet. It's great. And all that good stuff. Check out our show there, download us so you can listen to us offline and give us sweet engagement in the forms of reviews and ratings. If you would be so kind, maybe putting in a good word for us with those who still have yet to join the Noobs and Knockouts family. Just a thought. All that greatly appreciated. So Noobs and Knockouts podcast, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, etc., etc., etc. However, if you want to find us in places outside of just our podcast, we do exist outside of this little void that we find ourselves in week after week. Primarily, of course, is our Twitter account. You can find us on Twitter at Noobs and NoxPod. That's at Pod. That's at Noobs, the letter N, NoxPod on Twitter. Come check us out there. We do the whole Twitter thing. We post wrestling memes. We engage in discourse. We put up a post whenever we drop a new episode, so you guys always know what the hell is going on. Of course, highlight of our Twitter is weekly wrestling live tweeting every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. We are watching and tweeting about AEW Dynamite on TBS, having a grand old time talking about that. On top of that, when I have the time to, because this is kind of my domain, I will watch and tweet about AEW Rampage at 10 p.m. Eastern on TNT, and AEW Collision at 8 p.m. Eastern on TNT. Rampage on Fridays, Collision on Saturdays. Forgot to mention that. And talk all that good shit when I have the time. So always check us out on your Twitter feed, see if we're posting up a storm, because I am an AEW simp and I just love to watch their shit. On top of that, Austin, being the knockout that he is, likes to follow all of the major companies, the big three in America, and talk about what the hell they have going on. He'll watch their pay-per-views. Sometimes he even tweets out while they're happening, and we just like to tell you guys about it, especially for all you noobs out there who are maybe looking for your preferred wrestling product to watch, and it's our chance on the show to talk about more modern shit, and just it's our fun little side bit here. So, my friend, what is on the docket coming up?
Sure. So TNA has the next thing coming for anybody here,
Ooh,
as Slammiversary is here on July 20th. That's what?
ooh.
Count the days here. That's Saturday? Yes, that's Saturday. That is on Saturday. That's right. I was trying to think. That was
Oh
Friday and
my.
Saturday in my head, but yeah, that's Saturday
Yes.
coming up. I gotta catch up on stuff going on there.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
oh no. Uh, but it should be a good show. TNA, for is honestly TNA always is really good on pay per views. I think like their pay
Hmm.
per views are always pretty stacked. They're always pretty enjoyable shows. And I expect Slammiversary to be no different. If you want to watch TNA weekly, you can do so on Access TV Thursdays at 8. Or just kidding, of course. Why would you? Why?
Fuck you.
Who gets Access
What the
TV?
shit is an Axis?
I don't even know what
And
else
why
they
is it
air
on
on
TV?
Access TV. I don't
Yeah.
know what they even air on Access TV besides TNA and New Japan with English dubbing. What the
Maybe that's
fuck
it.
else do they air?
Maybe that's it.
Uh,
Maybe that's like they go off air for the rest of the time.
Possibly. Uh, or you with a YouTube sub, you can watch it at like 8. I think by now they also do TNA Plus. You can get with a TNA Plus sub, you can watch it 8 on Thursdays.
I think
I
question
know
mark?
they're transitioning to that, but I don't remember if they've already made it. I believe
Fair enough.
The YouTube sub method I believe is still correct, and you can watch it on YouTube at 8:30 on Thursdays, commercial free.
Fair enough.
Then for the WWE, you can watch Raw Mondays at 8, SmackDown Mondays at 8 on USA Network, SmackDown Fridays at 8 on Fox. For now, that is going to change soon. But then upcoming for them live on Peacock is SummerSlam.
Oh, it is summer still technically by the end of August, and we are
They
slamming.
did they did finish Money in the Bank. It was a show of all time.
It was. It's true.
But so far, they got 2 matches on deck for SummerSlam, and it is the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring winners getting title matches. Damian Priest versus Gunter. Rip Damian Priest. You had a good run, bud.
Bruh.
And Bailey versus Nia Jax.
That'll be an interesting one.
I don't know how
Hopefully
that
Bailey
goes either.
retains. I hope Bailey retains.
Yeah. And then for AEW, up next for them on August 25th, live on pay per view, is All In.
It's Wembley, and you know what that means.
Oi, bruv. It is time is also well, we also only know 2 matches based on winning tournaments.
Absolutely.
As the Owen Hart Cups have been won. Swerve Strickland will be defending against Bryan Danielson in Danielson's last match for the title. This is it. He's gonna retire this year. This is his last shot.
This is the last shot. I will say, like, I was like, everyone's been fucking fan theorizing that it's Danielson versus McGuinness at Wembley, and I'm like, well, that's out the window. And I was like, when the fuck did he face
I
McGuinness? I think they say that for Wrestle Dream, don't they?
maybe I just feel I don't know. I'm losing faith they're even gonna do that match because
I
like
don't know. Like,
Nigel said he's healthy enough to wrestle and he has been for years. So I think he just doesn't want it.
I don't know. Like, I feel like they have to pay off this hater of the year shit. Like, I think they might. I think they might do it at Wrestle Dream, maybe, because like
That's a
he's already
possibility.
gone through a lot of the other Dream opponents already. He's done Saber. He's done Osprey. He did. He did. Why the fuck can't I remember the other one? He did Okada.
He did the match in Mexico that I can't immediately.
Yeah. He's done the dream opponents. I think they might end with Nigel at Wrestle Dream. I think that might be it.
Possible.
Anyway, I
Uh,
don't know.
what what where Hangman Page fits into this? Who can say?
Who can say? I think it might end up a triple threat. I don't know. We'll see.
I saw a theorized the idea of like Danielson wins at All In, Hangman wins it All Out, and then he loses the belt right back to Swerve.
I don't know if I agree with that. I like it so far. I don't know about Danielson as a transitional champ, but like maybe
That
so
just
he can
feels
like
right for Danielson that he would be like, yeah, okay, I'll win the
okay,
belt,
fine,
but I
I'll win
have
it
to
for
lose it in a
one.
week.
I'll
I
hold it
gotta
for
lose it in
two
a week.
weeks. Two
I gotta
weeks now.
lose it.
They did
That's
extend
true.
out. They did extend
Listen,
out the
I'll hold the belt, but only for 2 weeks. I don't want it.
Tony Khan puts the gun down.
Tony Khan
Fine.
has a gun to Danielson's head to get him to win matches.
Yeah. That's not gonna winning. That's not gonna work for. Actually, never mind.
Yeah, and then of
Okay,
course
yeah.
the real big star main event of this show so far for the women's title. It's Timeless Tony Storm versus Mariah May.
Holy fucking fuck.
Fuck you, Mariah. Fuck you and die.
Love is dead. Life is pain. Oh my god, this match is gonna slap so fucking hard.
What did Tony ever do to you, Mariah? Nothing.
Bro, bro. This is so crazy. I'm still not over that fucking betrayal spot. Just insane. Just nuts.
I'm fuck you. Fuck you, Mariah
Fuck.
May. Fuck
Well,
you.
yeah. Yeah, fuck that bitch, but does make for quality
What
TV.
you done? What have you done?
Yeah. You've broken this poor sweet woman. Damn, remember when Timeless Tony Storm was a heel? Crazy.
Yeah, and it's like it's so funny because like clearly her love of Mariah is at least somewhat rooted in her own
Oh,
narcissism.
100%. Like she didn't start paying attention until Mariah just started aping her old gimmicks.
And she's like, ah, yes.
Yeah.
But I want to believe the love was still real in the end.
Oh
The
yeah, no,
heartbreak was real.
she came to love that girl.
Yep.
But no.
Mina has to go back to Japan and look what happens.
Bro, I know.
Mina
Yeah,
could have kept the peace.
Mina fucking posting on Twitter in horror as she watches the betrayal in real time.
Maybe Mina should have stolen Tony's girl. I don't know.
Fucking true. Yeah, right? Come get hold of your woman, Mina. God damn.
Clearly, the end result has to be Mina and Tony teaming up on Mariah here. Clearly,
Fucking
is what has
base.
to happen.
That would be great.
But whatever. Whatever. We still have a
Whatever.
long way to go to Wembley.
Indeed.
And that is all coming up so far. The G1 is nearly here in New Japan, as
Oh,
well as Stardom's 5-star Grand Prix. I don't know if I want to watch the G1 this year. I just have not watched New Japan very much anymore.
that's fair.
I might try to watch the Grand Prix for Stardom
Oh,
because I've never watched that. But I've
oh.
never
Well, there
watched
you go.
that.
That'd be a fun way to shake it up.
Yeah, it's like the G1 but women. It's the exact same format.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
Same idea. It's a
Yeah.
round robin tournament.
Just, with women. Crazy idea. Novel concept.
It
Hell
could
yeah.
never work. It could never work.
It just might work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
is what is coming up down the pike.
outstanding. So be sure to check all of that out over on the Twitter and over whatever the hell you just want to watch from the wrestling world. If you wanna hang out with us on Twitter while you watch that shit, so much the better. If you like listening to us ramble on this show, you'll like hearing us talk all that good shit on Twitter. The voices carry over. We're just having a grand old time. I proved with mathematical formulas this week that women absolutely still get proportionally more time in AEW despite what hills some idiots on Twitter want to die on. So that was fun. It's a good time over on Twitter. Come join us at Noobs and Knockouts Pod. However, if you want to get in more direct, long form contact with us, you can do so at our email address. You can contact us at noobsandknockoutspod@gmail.com. That's noobs, the word, and knockoutspod@gmail.com. Come say hi to us there. Tell us what you think about the show. Request things you want to see us cover on the show. We're having a grand old time over here, and we love to people to come join the conversation, tell us our hot takes are based and or cringe, whatever. just say hi. We love people saying hi. We would love to say hi back. noobsandknockoutspod@gmail.com. And of course, finally, if you want to more financially support the show, you can do so over on our Patreon account. Join us over on Patreon. The link for that is in our Twitter. We are also the Noobs and Knockouts podcast on Patreon. $1 a month gets you early access to episodes and a shout out at the end of each episode. Apparently, no dollars a month also gets you a shout out at the end of each episode. Still didn't know that was a thing, but
making new rules.
Happy that people are here nonetheless. So, shout out to the Sugar Daddy, El Lucha Dad, money. I want to sit under the learning tree, TM. That's a real bastard man right there.
That's a great, and you know what? I agree.
No, don't join them. Don't enable them.
I'm getting my doctorate from Learning Tree University. I didn't
tell you.
Space University.
I didn't tell you actually. It was really funny. Real. I'll tell you off air with shenanigans in the household. And also to Gabe Chavez, who joined our free tier last week. Shouts out. So yes, thank you to all of you for your wonderful, generous support of our show. It means the world. If you listener right now want to join us over on our Patreon and maybe directly support us with some money, just a single dollar you do a month. It ain't much, but it does a lot for us, helps us out tremendously on the show. We're just so happy to have you all here, and it means a lot, and it helps us do more with the show, helps us do, more with the Patreon at some point. Just good for everybody all around. It's a great old time. So, all that good shit over on the Patreon. And once again, the link for that is in our Twitter.
See y'all next time.
Hasta luego.